right. So, this, I'm sure, looks very different than it normally does. But I have been called to rework what this channel is. There are things that I want that, to some degree, I felt that the content needed to look a certain way for people to stay engaged or interact with it, however. And I got so consumed in the it has to look this way or no one's going to watch it that I started to hinder myself in my work. Now, let me be clear. The point of this channel is also for my personal growth, but this, as best as I can tell, is for me to learn from different points of view. Also, apologies for the camera shaking. This thing is barely attached to this dash. So, what I wanted to say is, I want this channel and, if also this TikTok page, if it's still around, I don't believe it's going anywhere. I believe with the current climate of things happening, some of which I will not talk about, that it's not going to stick. There's too much volatility. There's too much of people choosing otherwise for TikTok to go away, for this huge impact on the collective. That's just the energy I'm choosing to hold. But I do want to say, I highly encourage conversation on this page. If you have a thought, just anything, I don't care what it is, anything on these topics that I talk about, please leave a comment. This is not for me to say I have all the answers. This is for me to learn just as it is you all. So, with that being said, I'm being called to change the structure of the content. So there's not going to be any more I have all the answers, and when this happens, all you have to do is whatever. I'm not trying to say I have all the answers, because let me tell you, I suck at taking my own advice. So, and I guess part of that is I want to feel good, and not getting out of my trauma when thinking about that usually feels like being correct about something, but not to the dismay of others. But for this, I am releasing my attachment in a more healthy way. I'm deciding that I do care where this goes. Don't get me wrong. I have an idea. I have a plan. I know where I want to be. But I'm not going to strangle this idea to death. So, with that, you will be seeing a lot more content that is based in a more empathetic viewpoint, in the sense that I'm not going to be just given instructions for things. I want to share how I feel about things, and I want you guys to do the same. So, I did always record my videos in nature because I just think it's nice. I've always liked when other people do that, so that's staying. But, oh, I forgot they're closed on Monday. Ha! Oops. I just went by the metaphysical shop and I forgot they're not here on Mondays. Well, either way, I am making content for myself and for others. This is just as much a journey for me as it is for you guys. So don't think I have all the answers. Part of this whole life is not having your shit together, and it's a good thing if you realize that. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be right. You just have to be willing to change and be willing to be wrong. So, in your day-to-day, do your best to strip away the shame, blame, guilt, and take those feelings as messengers. If you're feeling those things, something in here is trying to tell you something. So, take your time with it. Figure yourself out. And let's, as the Morrigan has told me since I recently started working with her, be yourself unapologetically without malice. I think that's a good place to end that. I'm Jake Thurman, Valley of Winds Alchemy. Thank you.